Hi, welcome to Storm Reads, and today I'm going to be doing my August TBR. I figured it's better late than never. The reason I'm going to be actually do a TBR, because I don't usually do them much, is because I have been trying to do books out of my TBR jar, and I am going to try to participate in Summerween that was hosted by Gabby and Olivia, I think, from Olivia Reads a Latte, I don't know, and Gabby from Gabby Reads. So I'm going to pick 3 more prompts out of my TBR jar and hope that I can fit them into the Summerween. So I haven't actually figured out what I wanted to do for that. I figured I would do my prompts first. And last month I read 2 out of the 3. One I DNF'd. It was the black cover I read, and the backlist arc I read, and the people on the cover, I didn't like it. It did the perspective where it has the you this and you that, and that's not my jam. I don't like it, so I DNF'd it. It's okay. It was just a freebie Kindle read, so that's okay. What I do with my TBR jar is I pick 3 prompts, and I do 1 physical book, 1 ebook, and then 1 ARC. And the ARC can either be something that's like brand new or a backlist ARC. And that's how we do things. Just trying to get some things off of my shelves to see if I like them. I usually concentrate like mostly on ARCs and things like that, or libraries and things like that I've been doing, and I need to read books that I own, and so that's what I'm trying to do. And then I have my buddy reads and retro read that I'm going to be doing, and I'm also doing August Pathfinder. I showed you guys this one. They had one for July. This is the one I picked for August. It's just a little game that's on this Facebook group that I follow, and hopefully it'll be easy. You just have to get from start to finish, and you've done it, or you can black out the whole thing if you can read all of those, but that's a lot of books to black out, so I don't know. Anyway, have that. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my prompts, and then I will cut off of here and go look for the books, and then come back and let you know what I picked. Okay, so thriller is what I got, so it's just a regular genre, just to read a thriller book, so that's cool. Do me good here. I need something good. That thriller will work for Summerween probably, so that's good. Oh, and another one that'll be good for that too. Blood on the Cover. I don't know if you can see it. My writing's atrocious, so anyway, I should have probably put them on bigger things. Anyway. New to me author. So there are my 3, and I will go and find a book and then be back. Okay, so I am back with the books that I picked out for my TBR jar picks, and so I will tell you what those are. And so I have, for thriller, I have True Blue by David Baldacci. I don't know how you say his last name. Anyway, I could have also used this one for new to me author, because I've never read this guy, but it's been on my shelf forever. I think it came out in 2009 or something like that. Yeah, 2009. So I've had it for a while. I do believe I actually got this from Hatchet Publishing. Like, it was unsolicited book that I got like way back in the day. Yeah, way before I started doing booktube. I was just doing my blog like I have. Ooh, that is really shiny. Sorry. Anyway, I don't know a lot about this. It's about Mason, who was a cop in D.C. until she was kidnapped and framed for a crime, and then she lost everything, her badge, her career, her freedom, spent 2 years in prison. Now she's out, and she is wanting to prove that she has what it takes to be a policeman and to be true blue. And what she's got to do is solve a case by herself. But then she meets up with this guy who's a lawyer, and they end up working together, I believe, to solve the case. And so I found that this one was on audio on my overdrive so that I could listen to it. So yay, I like that. I got that. And for new to me author, I went with Madman Across the Water by Caroline Engel, and I got this from publisher Red Cape Publishing, and I've really been needing to read it, and I haven't done it yet, so hopefully this will get me into doing that. And it's a horror, so I can also use it for the Summerween. And so I got this, and it is, see, for generations one family has been haunted by something that stalks, it sees and it listens, it watches and follows. In the shadows, in the mist, it waits. To take you, to hurt you, perhaps to kill you, and if it doesn't kill you, you'll wish it did. A creepy, suspenseful saga of family, horror, and mystery. This is one story, sure to leave you frightened of the woods at night, fog, and all things tall and slender. So I'm guessing maybe it has like a Slender Man vibe because it's got this creepy reflection of this slender guy. And then, let's see, forgot to get it ready, but I have for Blood on the Cover, which, let me tell you, that was a lot harder to figure out than I thought it would be. I figured since I read a lot of horror and mysteries and things like that, that I would have a lot of books with blood on the cover, and I didn't. So I have two options because I'm just not really sure which one I want to read, but there is this one, which is Shutter House by Rick Wood, and let's see, it was about, I looked it up and now I don't remember. I can never remember these. She goes to, I think she was going to rob this house or something like that, and ends up getting a little bit more than she bargained for because there's a creepy guy in there and stuff happens. She gets like locked in there or something, but can't really see it too much, but she does have like blood all over her, and so there we go. There's blood on the cover for that one. And then also, it depends, maybe I might be more in the mood for a like cozy mystery, and was really surprised to find like a cozy mystery that had blood on the cover because a lot of times they don't. But there's this one, which is Body in the Bookstore by Emma Lee, and it's the first in a Snow Ridge mystery, and it has blood there and some blood down here, and so I'm going to go with this one. See, I may decide to go with this one. This one is really short, so it probably just depends on my mood, what I want to do. I don't know anything really about this one except for it's a cozy mystery, and so that's my jam, so I'm sure I'll like it. And so I have that. So those are the things that I have that I can read for my TBR jar picks. And then I do have a buddy read that I will be reading with my friend Barb, and we are doing the fourth book in the Parasol Protectorate series. It's Heartless by Gail Carringer, and I don't really know a lot about this one except for it's number 4 and we're reading the series, and so we will go into it, and hopefully Alexia doesn't have as many people chasing after her trying to kill her as in the last one. That's getting a little old, but I have enjoyed it and I do like the characters that are in it, so I'm sure we will have a fun time buddy reading this one. And then we're not exactly buddy reading because we're reading different books, but we are posting on our blogs at the same time, and so it's kind of like a buddy but not a buddy. But we're doing retro horror this month. We do it like every other month, and this is Barb's favorite book and of Stephen King's, and she's been after me to read it, and I keep putting it off, and so I've decided to use this one for my retro read for August. And I'm sure most people know what it's about, but it's about this creepy hotel, and this family that goes there to watch over it. Jack is the caretaker. He's taking that on because he needs a job because he lost his other job. He's kind of a drunk and everything, and he's got kind of violent tendencies, which the hotel kind of brings out a bit. And it's also about Danny, who has the shining, which is the ability to like see things, and he sees more than he cares to in this hotel. I already started it, and I am actually almost more than halfway through, so it's not bad. I've been listening to the audiobook, and the narrator's like really good at like making the intense and spooky parts a little bit more intense and spooky, so I like that. But yeah, reading that. And now I will talk about the Summerween that Gabby from Gabby Reads and Olivia from Olivia Reads a Latte, I believe is what it's called. I'll link it down below. Anyway, and so it's from August 24th through the 30th, and it's got, let's see, 5 prompts, and I doubt I can read all 5 books, but I do have a book for each one. I do believe there's probably a couple I can double up on if I don't get it, but I decided to put a book for each one. And so I have read a book with a creepy color, and second, let me get to my books here. Oh, never mind, didn't need one from there. Silly me. Okay, so I've decided to use this one for book with a creepy cover. That's the Madman Across the Water. I thought that looked like a fairly creepy cover to me, and so yeah, I'll use that one for a book with a creepy cover. And then read a book with a paranormal, read a paranormal or supernatural book, which I'm fairly certain I can probably use this book for. But I also do have a review book that I need to read, and so let's see if I can find it here somewhere. Here, I got it. I do need to read The Ghost Trees by Christina Henry, and I'm sure it sounded like it had paranormal, supernaturally type things. I mean, it talks about a monster dragging some girls off into the woods, but therefore, I mean, that could be like a metaphor for like a human that's a monster too, so I don't know. But I'm just kind of thinking that maybe it's supernatural. I don't know. If not, we'll just, substitute for the other book, but I do need to read this either way. So we got that. And like I said, it's about a girl who has visions about these women, or girls that have, they were being dragged off into the woods, and there's some bodies that were found with girls that were like cut in two. So, I mean, it sounds kind of like a monster. We'll see. And then the next one is to read a book with a haunted house, and I came up with, let's see, okay, here we are. So I have this ebook that I've had forever, so it looks kind of creepy, haunted house thing going on there. And I don't remember what it's about, though. I'm so bad about that. About this book, let's see. Okay, so it's about a girl named Danny who didn't like her childhood home, but she's called back to her childhood home. She's really afraid of it, and there's something far beyond that, far beyond what she could possibly imagine in the house. And can Danny save her family and her very soul? So yeah, it's got some kind of spooky thing going on in there. Anyway, and so yeah, sorry, it's really glary white, but yeah, it's called The Demonic by Lee Mountford, so give it a try. Might be good, never know. And then there is read a book in the dark. So of course I can take any of those books, especially ones that are on my Kindle, and read those in the dark. But I do need to get this book read because I got it from the author, and it's a novelist, so I figured it'd be a really good one to read in the dark, and I could do like a little bit of it before I go to bed each night. And that's The Malin Witch by Catherine Cavendish. And I don't know much about this one either, except for it's about a witch. And my friend read it, and she liked it, so hopefully I like it too. And like I said, it's a novelist, so it's not very long, so I should be able to get it done. So we'll try that one. And then number 5 I had the hardest time with, because nothing against Gabby and Olivia, but their book recommendations are either books that I've already read or I don't want to read. So I had a hard time, because number 5 is to read a book recommended by the host. And so I looked through I looked through Gabby's like horror recommendations, and then I seen some of her thriller ones, and like a lot of her horror ones, I either already read them, or I read them and didn't like them, or they just weren't my cup of tea and I didn't want to read them, or I couldn't find any of them on Overdrive, which that was a big issue too, because I needed to find one on Overdrive. And I found a book that Olivia from Books Reads a Latte, and I forgot to put the picture in here. And anyway, it's called Emmett in the Night by Wendy Walker, and it's a backlist e-arc that I've had. Shame on me. So I actually had this one, and I've been needing to read it. I think it's from a couple of years ago. Yeah, I'm bad. And so I found it, and so we'll do that one. And don't have a picture of it, sorry. But it's a thriller about a woman, and I don't know. I guess we'll find out, and then you can find out with me whenever I tell you what it's about after I read it. But yeah, don't know. And then, let's see. While we are talking about books that I need to read, I'm just going to go ahead and mention that I do have another book from an author that I need to try to get in as quickly as I can, and that's Nightmare by Chad Nichols. And again, I do look to see what they're about, but I never can remember what they're about. This one doesn't have it's about something was supposed to be buried, and then the person keeps seeing it, and so now they're not quite sure that it's buried like they thought it was or something. And then when bodies start to pile up, he knows something is going on, and he's got to do something. Yeah, it's a horror. That's all I really know. I liked the cover with the raven on it, and yeah, I don't know. We'll see. And so that's the books that I plan on hopefully reading in August. I know I'll read a lot more. I'll probably read a lot on audiobook. I am catching up on Louise Penny's Chief Inspector Gamache series, and I've already listened to 2 of those this month, and I have 2 more to listen to before the new one comes out. I did get the new one on NetGalley Audio, so I wanted to try to get to those because it comes out in September. So I am doing those, and so I'll probably do a lot more audiobooks during the month. But I just wanted to leave the rest of the month and things like that for mood reading, because I am very moody, and that's why I hate setting TBRs, because I do it and then I never get to the books. But we'll try. I'm going to try really hard. I'm going to actually do this readathon. The last couple of readathons I've tried, I failed, but we're going to do this one. We are. So, there you go. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.